we've now got our first tranche of documents that have been released. I have to stress this is the first one. The first set is certainly not the end. I think it was about 1,000 pages was the first tranche. This, of course, you'll be familiar with. It has been released by the judge in this Jeffrey Epstein case. Now, there's lots of speculation about who would be on this list. Many people are, of course, very high profile. I have to stress that the people that are on the list, there's no immediate suggestion that they have been involved in wrongdoing, etc. But notwithstanding that, there are some surprising people involved in this. Stephen Hawking, for example, Donald Trump was on there, Bill Clinton, so on and so forth, Cameron Diaz. Again, I'm not suggesting any of these people have been involved in wrongdoing, but the rumour mills, etc., on social media have gone crazy.
Yeah, I mean, let's remind ourselves that people should be careful about what they speculate about online. The late Lord McAlpine demonstrated that when he took action against people who wrongly suggested that he was involved in any way in very serious offending,
yes,
after some speculation on television. But the people involved in this situation, everything from people who had their telephone numbers in a book collated by Jeffrey Epstein's secretary, to people who are regularly and habitually going to his island and enjoying his hospitality and the people that he brought there. So the point I would just make about this, though, is this, that if there were serious criminality to be investigated, whilst this is the first time we've seen this data, it's been in the justice system for a little while now. So this feels to me, we were all expecting great revelations, and I'm not sure we've got them today.
And also, people, there was an opportunity, so if someone wanted their name kind of taken out, if someone wanted to challenge this, there was that opportunity for people to do so. Where are you on it, Matthew?
So, look, I feel sorry for people whose numbers just ended up in the phone book, or who once, did in American politics, they call it a grip and grin, where you just you get the little picture with the shaking hands for the office wall, but you don't actually have a conversation or know them very well. So I think that if there were serious allegations, that they would have come out already, because, as Alex says, they've been in the justice system. The many layers of the justice system have been through these already. But it's unseemly. But people need to be very careful on social media that they don't try and make they make hay when there's nothing there.
Well, social media can be indeed the Wild West, but I wonder if Prince Andrew is sweating perhaps slightly
well, he's definitely
more.
not sweating. That's the one thing he's not doing.
You see what we did there, because he has apparently been reported to the police. We're just talking about whether or not the police should have better things to do with their time, but anyway, he has been reported again to the police. I think I've got the one of the tweets here. It's from the Republica group. They've reported him back again.
Right. So let me say this. I actually, on face value, I'm far more willing to say that the police in this country should investigate serious allegations of criminality, of sexual offences and so forth, of things that happened here with British citizens and so forth, rather than going on fishing expeditions to the Middle East. I'm far more willing to say that they should investigate those things, even if they think they've been thrashed through before. But when someone has so obviously a political axe to grind as the Republican movement, you might think even someone as dense, obtuse and small in number as our Republican movement would think, let's get someone else to do it, rather than doing it ourselves.
It's not very subtle tactics.
It's so obvious what they're doing.
The Republican movement has a very valid case to make on its main issue, but I think that this just looks cheap. If there's evidence against Andrew, he needs to be investigated just like anybody else would be investigated. But he doesn't need to be used as a football, like this. And frankly, trying to make it a football yourself discredits them because it makes them look.
They are the very worst people to raise it if you believe in their cause.
Yeah, totally.